Dropped my connection like that? Are you serious? Control, duh. CRKN going on down. I think I'm still streaming. Let me see if I'm still streaming. It dropped my connection there for a little bit for some reason. Yep. I don't know what just happened. It just dropped my connection for a little bit. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But hey, I'm gonna give it the first hour to get all these little quirks out. Carvana, let's see, getting pushed down to the lowest levels of existence. Carvana's probably gonna end up about $2 by the end of the year. AMAM did give that nice pop up to the 225s. Remember, there were 2 shelf registrations for this month and last month for Cosm. So I'm thinking that this open is going to be very interesting on where it opens. Let's see if there's anything else out here. Apple has taken the top spot in volume, 20 million shares traded. Then Amazon working its way up. So looks like things have already caught up with Cosm and will be pushing it on down the ladder. IMV, DBGI, HOTH. Nothing in this on the low floats that have even gotten close to 1 million shares traded. So I'm thinking this is going to be one of those days. We don't see any big rippers or anything like that. So this is just a normal Friday, actually, where we're expecting a little bit of chop sideways, especially as the SPY continues to chop back and forth above the 3. Let's see, what is this? 383s. See if we can actually break that down and break out of the 380s. Whoops. Man, I don't even, let me look outside. I don't think it's, nah, it's pretty outside today. It's got the sun out and everything. It's just, these past couple of weeks, I don't know what happened on Thanksgiving, but there was a huge crash, and we also had a couple of people sabotaging different electrical. Was it electrical or networks? I think it was electrical. They shot them up. They were shooting up electrical places, electrical locations. So, that's always fun. So they've been dealing with a couple of things, AT&T and Verizon and all of them. But I'm not too confident in any of their. Now, I haven't seen, the crazy thing is I haven't seen much problems with the business class AT&T, but I have seen a lot with the consumer you know, or I guess not the consumer, the what's the word I'm looking for? Not retail, but the home base, the home office type internet instead of the business internet. The business internet has just been good to go. You know, I don't have any problems when I go to my other office. I'm good. No lags, no nothing. But home office, might have to upgrade to business, man. Then I won't get any of these normal people problems. All right, let's try this again. About time. Okay, so that's changed. Let me go and throw that to him. So I can concentrate on the markets here. Then again, I mean, it's just the first hour playing out. I'm pretty sure we may get some bounces. AM up 11% since the open. Still holding right at this top. So I'm wondering, is this going to be some type of, with this volume though? That's the only problem with AM. Cosm opened up from $4, dropped to $3.40. Very nice droppage. I guess they are finally actually reading the news on it. So that should be fun to see how they try to get out, because they Donnell was telling me on TOS you can buy but you can't sell. So that is going to be great for Cosm to make them some end of the year money, being a trash company. Ooh. Absolutely great. All right. Okay. That should sync there. Copy. And let's see. That doesn't look right. Is that how he said he needed that? Go back to, so, yeah. That connection messing up everything. What the heck is it doing? Okay, there we go. So we got that up. All right. Now let's focus in. Let's focus in on the markets and see what's up. Okay, let's flip back over here to the scans. GRIN, LPI, Poly, DBGI, HOTH. Let's go look at HOTH and see what's going on over there. Up 21%. CRKN went on down to 20 cents. AUVI 125 trying to hold. Reached the top here of the one. Wow, it didn't go far. 130s is where it pulled back to. Yeah, most of the drifter most of the times we get tornadoes here. We're closer to Florida. We can get a spin-off from a hurricane, but for the most part we get tornadoes. We get those bouncing tornadoes. They jump. They'll come down, they'll go back up in the sky. They'll come down and go back up in the sky. When I was out in Texas, it was the first time I observed the sideways lightning out there. In Mississippi, it really doesn't lighten. The lightning doesn't go horizontal. The lightning just comes straight down. Out there in Texas, boy, it was straight sideways and then tornado, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But I enjoyed Texas. I enjoyed Mississippi. Nice laid back country. You know, that southern hospitality. You know, they kill you with kindness. That type of place. IMV looking like it wants to get below the 250s now. AMA up 18% from the open. Hoff getting a little nasty pushback here. Reached a high of the 548s. I guess in this market, the way that I look at this is the wick is just the war zone. It's like where things have gone. But the body of the candle is where I look for support or a actual support and resistance level. Like where will this candle end? You know, the body of the candle. The wick is just kind of like imaginary for me. I'm like, okay, that's where it could go. Those are possibilities. But, you know, the body of the candle is what I'm concerned about the most. AM still pumping up there above this recent high, 245s back up there to the 258s. A little breakout there. 1 million shares traded on it. Man, what is up with Cosm? It hadn't been 5 minutes. Cosm halted at, that was the old one, 46.22. So maybe it'll open up here 56.22. Wonder how low will it open. Got a minute, about a minute left for the open. That'll be a 10-minute halt. All right, should be opening up here if it's a 15-minute halt. There's the open. 312s, $3. Cosm. Let's see if it'll go ahead and break down to 250s. We look on the hour chart, faced a little bit of resistance right here at the I'd say 375-ish level. But yeah, very bearish on that one. Down 12% since the open. AM just absolutely going to the moon on low volume. Lori had called that one out. It did flatten out for quite a while. Came in here and just flattened. Right above that $2 level. But it may become the number one low float here in a little bit. What is the float of AM? Float looking like 14.02 million. Did it receive some kind of news today or something? Nope, it did not. Okay, so it okay. So this rip was from $2 all the way up to the 274s on AM. Wonder what it'll look like when it gets to 5 million shares here. Will it start dropping? Carvana, just chopping around sideways. 532s. BYSI is another one just popped in. BYSI. Six million shares traded. It is up, up, up. Let's see if it has any news. Hit a top up here on the 30 minutes of the 235 is kind of an odd number for it to just start selling there. All right, I'm gonna get rid of AUVI, AMAM, Hoth. One thing I got, so I think I'm using basically two different strategies. One, I'm looking for a flush on a low float, or I'm looking for a higher float to hold an obvious level if it is a higher float, you know. And by higher float, I mean anywhere from 30 million to probably 75 million or 80 million in the float. They usually end up grinding, but they do grind higher sometimes, depending on the catalyst. Right now, where would BYSI, like where's a previous fall point that it can come down to? Maybe the 140s, 150s, or just visit the $2. I don't know. Up 39%. I don't think Hoth is going to compete with these two up here, so I'm going to take that one off. Oh my God, Hoth just dumped. Well, as soon as I took it off the watch, I was like, I don't think it's going to compete with these two. Dump. Man, somebody must be watching my stream. Oh, them people always watching. Anyway, we're going to focus on what's up big today and see what kind of dipping it can do. Cosm did open back up, struggling right there above the $3, down 20% since the open. Open up here at the 461 and has lost $1. We'll see if it can pick up momentum to the downside. But yeah, these two are pretty much the ones that may be in play if they can dip on AMAM or BYSI. A little bit more interested in BYSI though on a dip. Got a little bit more volume. Previous level, maybe a settle point of the 175 maybe for a little bounce. But then that's under 2. I try to stay away from things that are going back to sub-dollar levels. especially with no catalyst, because they end up continuing down. So I'll be careful with both of these. Both of these are pretty close. If they flip that $2, it's not going to be pretty. Cosm halted up now. 338s. First candle, 930,000 shares. Second 15-minute candle, 1 million. And this one got almost 2 million on it. It continues to halt around. Not really having a big range. We look out here on the level 2s. See 293 has a little level there. I don't know if those are buyers or sellers. We're so close to the VWAP. I don't know if it's a buyer or a seller. Let's see. Any big sizes over here to account for it on the buy side? Nah. Nothing. Or not on the buy side, on the bid. Did I just say the bid? This is the bid, this is the ask. The ask side, my bad. You didn't send me anything. Slow response time for real. All right. Man, where's the excitement? Where's the move? I want to see something that I'm excited to see move up and down. These things, these little movements are not so exciting. AMAM continuing up here. What's this top side? Top side of the right in the 275-ish area. Where is that excitement? I want to see those clowns come in. Get excited. Start dumping something. So AMAM looks like it's going to be a little bit better than BYSI, but we'll have to see. We have not seen a dip on either one of these, not a real dip. For AMAM, it has a little bit more outstanding shares, has a low float, but a little bit more outstanding shares, so it may not be hitting as many scanners as needed. So what I'm looking for is volume. I want to see, hey, are people going to continue trading this thing? Can it get that 5 million and continue to push on to 10 million? And actually, what happens at the 5 million mark? Because a lot of times when things are going to slow down, it's going to be around that 5 million. Because 10 million is kind of like especially for this stock, 10 million is high. So you gotta look at the relative volume on a day as well. We'll see what that 5 million looks like on this one. For most low floats, if they have catalyst, 5 million is nothing. It just blows it out of the water. They'll have like 20, 30, 40, 50 million shares, which makes sense, especially on a cheaper stock. Cheaper the stock, the more I'm looking for a lot of volume. Cosm is open now. 324s just holding right above that $3 level on Cosm. But these are the two that I'm very interested in. For a flush. Looking for that flush and then get some bounces. Let me actually look at the daily chart for BYSI over here. What is your daily chart looking like, buddy? Okay, BYSI has been running for a while. Came from the 50s and has been going up, 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 up. So I'm wondering, is it reaching a top? Let's look back on the charts here. Previous high was 239. It looks like it hit that 239. So I'll be very careful. It would need to probably start to hold over that 230 area, but it's hit it so well. And even back here on this little, on this little hump back here, it had pretty much the same point where it came up to hit its head there right at the 240s, broke a little bit and still came back down. So I think it's hit its high for today on BYSI. And then the other one's AMAM. And this is what this first little hour, I'm like, man, have I looked at everything? It gives me time to be like, have I looked at everything here? Do I understand the levels and, you know, where it could go? AMA8, AMAM hit a high of the 450s and kind of came in here to a range between the right below the twos, right at the twos, and then 315 is where it's gotten pushed into. So it's kind of got a range here with no follow-up catalyst. So its levels are not as clear back here. We can see that it has something around here, this 286, where it traded around this area. And then the other area is way up there at the $4. So I don't know about all of that, but it traded for quite a bit around this 290 area. And we'll have to see what it wants to do in here. I don't know. Can it hold over the 290s? Would be the question. BYSI. Get some levels out here. 240s. Distance on the day. And without any real flushes, I don't think this thing's going to be coming back up. I don't have a lot of faith in BYSI to get bought back up here after running from 50 cents up to $2 in the last from the 9th to now. So 7 days, a whole week of running up. Cosm continue to halt around. There is no value in Cosm, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be dumping soon when people actually read the news and it digest on the day, especially with this being Friday. I'm expecting Cosm to absolutely implode downwards. Probably close around maybe maybe 150. SPY taking a turn for the worst as well. Got the bottom here of the 382s, and I was talking about it breaking down the 380s, and it's looking like that's coming into play. It tried to do a little bit of a gap fill, but couldn't get any body up there. $275s continue to hold AM down though. Yeah, this is not this is something that will be beautiful for the shorts. For a retracement back to the previous level of the 250s. There'll be a 30-cent win for shorts there if it can happen. Was that a false breakout? This high was 281. This high was 281. So that's just a double top there on the 15, but not confirmed yet on the 30 or the hour. BYSI quick pop off of the VWAP, 215 back up to the 235s, very quick. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get any flushes today until it's too late and they actually flush too much. Coming back up there hard and heavy for the breakout on BYSI, 240s right under the 250 level. Will we get, oh, let's look at the level 2s. Where are those orders here on level 2? No big orders here. Don't see any big seller orders out here. Or not really seller orders, but orders in general. What I'm usually looking for, I'm looking for big orders above the price action and above a level of resistance, because that's when people start adding those short orders. Let me actually go and see if BY whatever is shortable. What? No. There was no reply. All right, so 250. Oh, there's the share size right there. Look, 11,000 shares right there on the ask. 11,000, 12,000 shares right there. The 249. Somebody's about to get filled. This thing's about to dump. Ooh, it's about to get nasty at that 249. So there is a big level there. 249. Somebody wants to get filled. Did it hit 249 right there? It hit 248. They need to push it up just a little bit more and crack that 250 so whoever that is right there can get filled. Okay. Just out of reach of that big order there. But I think it's still gonna get up there. That's where the volume is, or that's where the majority of that order is. I think it's gonna push back up to get that feel. Because nobody wants to get left behind, right? AMA. Will we get confirmation of weakness on the 30-minute? Will it close at this indecision level right at the 272? So again, this is where I'm looking. The body of the candle is what matters to me. So the body, and I start with the hour chart, but since the hour chart only has one bar, I go to the 30-minute. I'm like, okay, this is a level of resistance right here. That's 275 level right here. And I'm looking for flushes away from these levels, flushes downwards so I can go long. And this one almost has 5 million shares traded. Almost. So like I said, that's pretty much what I was looking for. Need to see, especially with this these higher outstanding shares. Even if it has a good float, those outstanding shares, some people use their scans and they limit the outstanding shares that they can see, so less people can see this. But I'm waiting for this thing to go ahead and try to get back up there to those 50 so they can fill the rest of this sell order. It's a big sell order at 249. It's still sitting out there. 249 right there. So it'll probably pop over 249, get up to maybe 255, fill all those orders, and then come on back down. Because it's got to get above that price to actually get those sell orders to go through. A lot of times people be like, oh, well, that level broke. No, that level did not break. The orders are getting filled right now. It's about to dump. That's why we like things with big ranges, because with a big range, you can take your profit within that big range. With things like this that break out, let's see, what's this breakout? 239 up to the 250 level. That's maybe 20 cents. And you never know when it'll snatch back. You never know when that order will complete its fill. And then you get that big snatch down. AM, still hanging around, man. Here we go. Let's get on up there. Actually, they moved a little bit of their size down here to the 245s. There's a 10,000 at 245, and there's a 13,000 at 254. So what did I say? It'll probably get up to at 255. They got those limit orders ready to go, baby. Ready to go to sell to the longs, trying to buy breakouts. AM with a nice little struggle point. Okay, can we see these orders at the 45 get filled here? 238s. Needs to break over the 40s. $45 up to 55 is where all the orders are sitting. And I do think when things are above VWAP and I see big orders sitting above the price action, those are limit orders for shorts for the most part, because nobody's going to be putting a limit order that high up and then getting caught in there and getting snatched down. Nobody wants that. And then orders can be spoofed as well, so you never know. Could be just fake orders. $234s. Come on, you can get up there, get above those 40s and start filling those sell orders. Come on, buyers. People want to go long for this. What they're looking at right now, they're like, oh man, this thing hit a high right here of 240. If it can hold the 240s, I'll use this as my backstop. That's all they want. There it is. Come on, get those 40s up to 255 and then crash. Feel everybody. See those 45 start to hold. Buyers taking the sellers' positions. $245 has not been touched yet, so those orders aren't even getting filled yet. And the way that the algorithm is supposed to work is it goes where the orders are. So if you have your orders out there, you know, the bigger the majority of the order is, it's going to get up there and try to get you filled. It's going to try. Doesn't mean it is going to get you filled, though. So some shorts may get left behind. It continues to find weakness right under this 250 level, so it may not have the gasoline to do it. But they're playing on the outliers. If this thing does pop, I want to be in at this level. That's what they're playing. but it continues to struggle at 240 though. Donnell says break 250, $3 push. What? Oh my goodness. You don't see these level twos here? Oh, well, TOS. I haven't looked at TOS's level twos in a while. Their level twos are not great. And the size up here at the 245s is actually going up. Let's see. The size at the 255 has decreased, so they're moving down the ladder here to 245s for a feel. Let's see what happens at 245. Okay, so AM hit the 5 million shares, but just sitting still now. Just not even doing anything. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to get to at least the 5 million, man. Come on, 5 million is easy, light work. I just want to see this thing crash. That's it. That's all I want for the day. Just please just release a little bit. Let it get that 45 and then you can crash it. The first candle had 2 million shares, or first 15-minute candle, 3 million, then down to 1 million, and this one had about almost 4 million shares traded on it without a push. So, yep. Yes, some of those shorts got left in the dirt on that little breakout. The ones that took the risk, the ones that bought right on the break, or the shorts that not bought but sold on that breakout, were the ones that are going to look like they're going to take profit, or they'll get another chance to add here. I'm just not seeing any big sizes on the bid like over here on the ask with this 10,000 here. But $3 though on this one, that's quite a stretch on BYSI. Especially with it struggling here like this. It could release though. But with this trade, if you're expecting it to go to $3, you're playing. It's kind of like playing the low probability side of the coin. Like let's say if you have a coin to flip and one side is 20% and the other side is 80%, and you're flipping the coin, you're wanting it to land on that 20%. When with this setup, what should happen, and with the catalyst that it has, it should go down, but it is a low float. So maybe that 20% happens for you, but that $3, man, I don't know. That's a long push. %20 chance that it'll go there. 80% chance it will fail once it hits that 45 level here coming up. 45 to 50 level. So what will happen, the 20 or the 80? What is Cosm? Cosm is back in a halt again at 368. I don't know who in the world will be trading Cosm right now with all these halts. It's not even trading. So it hit the 45. There's a even larger people. Somebody's adding there at 45. So it's gonna have to fill these 17,000 shares here at 45. I want to kind of get up to maybe the 55s to fill all of that. So you got about maybe a 10-cent breakout before the failure. Just waiting. There's a new candle. So this is the first hour closing. We'll see if it can challenge that 250 before it drops. Come on, get all those hopes and dreams in there. Y'all, oh, come on, don't drop it yet. We got to get the dreamers in here, bro. Stop. 250. It's all about capturing the dreamers. Well, on the 30-minute, we can see the body of the previous candle was at the 235s. Wonder will it break back within the previous war zone down here below those 235s. Looks like they do not care about the dreamers anymore. They're about to drop this thing. Only 10 cents away from the 25, which is a $0.25 level. I'm pretty sure there are some stops down here at the 25. People just doing a mental stop, or maybe not even a mental stop. They may have a hard stop at that 225 level. AM. So now we can see the body of this hour candle closed around the 250 level. We can put in resistance now. And we're looking for flushes away from those resistance levels. $242s. Still 10,000 shares up here at the 245s. Come on, man. So AM is just 12% up on the day now since the pre-market open. May not attract too many eyes there with only being up 12%. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to get bought back up. Being a Friday, people are going to be looking at things like BYSI up 54%. Let's jump over here to the scans and see if anything else popped up. Yeah, AM. So this scanner right here, I named it accordingly. This one's called the questionable potential trades in here. BYSI and AM. Both of those are questionable. Nothing really in the great, the great potential trades that I saw. So just taking my time. If I'm gonna get something, it's gonna have to be on a really good flush, but it cannot be towards the end of the day because this is Friday and we will see sell-off, especially with no catalyst. So yeah, only up 8-9% now, losing its thing. And like I said, I was waiting for it to get to the 5 million because that was the the calculation off of the average volume that it gets in a day. So I think BYSI is going to be the one on the day that could give a nice little bounce once it flushes. 12 million shares traded. Cosm did open back up, still under this original high point of the $4. Not really doing any kind of breaking up. Right on VWAP. VWAP is the 339s. It just refuses to actually dump. All right. 229. Can we go ahead and break down VWAP? Now I do focus on buying a below VWAP, below the volume average price, looking for a return or a retracement or divergence back to VWAP. Just want to get those cheaper prices. Are the new scans you mentioned on the website, or do they replace the low and mid flow scans? Actually, I'm gonna put these. Yeah, these are scans that I've actually been working on the last couple of weeks, just in the current market that we've been in. I put them on the website. BYSI going on up. I put them on. And I also dropped them into Discord and everything, how to set them up and all that. BYSI did get up there. Now, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? Looking for that 255 there. Got the 255. Got the 245. Got a whole fill up here and now going down. Boy, this thing's going. If it breaks down 225, it's gonna go on down. Everybody got filled that wanted to get filled right there. They tried to buy the breakout, all those longs buying for the breakout of 248, and now they're trapped. And this is what I'm saying. If you see a bigger size on the level 2 above the price action, above VWAP, those aren't long positions trying to get in. Those are shorts. No one wants their limit order to get absolutely snatched down like that. And let's see how much they're hurting right now. So right now, the 245 down to the 224, and they're probably going to continue now that it's breaking down VWAP. Now the retail shorts will get in and get active. They're like, oh my goodness, we didn't take the first entry, but we'll take this one because VWAP's breaking down. A lot of retail will trade off and will trade close to this VWAP. So let's see what happens through the 225. Got up there and hit those levels and about to put the hurt on them. AM. And this is where the psychology of the market comes into play. This is where they break you. So first they get their orders filled where they want, and there are people in here hurting. And then they play with it in the same range. And people are like, maybe it'll hold. Maybe I need to add to this position. Maybe I just need to add a little bit more. It'll come back up. And then they continue it down. I seen it. I bumped my head this way too many times. Seeing this thing pop back up off VWAP. Oh, VWAP's holding. It must be okay. Yeah. We're about to see this thing below 225 with momentum. This is the I hate the way that it's like all logic. It's just so cunning, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, why would you play with people's emotion like that? It comes down, your hope is sparked. You're like, maybe it's gonna hold VWAP. And it doesn't. $225 breakdown is what we're looking for. And let's see if we can see these big sizes moving on down the list here. So right now the ask is at 230s. Let's see, 227s. No big orders down here to catch any kind of fall that I see on the level 2s here. 182. Nope, no big levels. Only 2 cents away from a 225 breakdown. Let's go shorts. Take them all home. So the ask is at the 230. So there'll probably be a little bit of a war zone here at the 230s with the ask being this close. The only question is, can buyers come in and take back the 30s? And I don't think they can. Because whoever was this big size up here, they got the best position for shorts. And I don't think they wanted to run back against them. So they'll continue to add short, add to a winning position. $225s on the bid. And now the ask is below the 230s. So now they're pretty much, they have the advantage to push them on out of the 20s now. 225s. Can we get that momentum going now? It's a $quarter breakdown. Plenty of stops down here to get hit. How much time do they have? They have 3 minutes on this 15-minute candle. So the new 15-minute candle, let's see if it opens up at or below VWAP. VWAP right now is at the 225s. They got less than 3 minutes now. This is why I like the larger time frames, man. They let you see so much, man. Forget getting chopped up in the fray. I would say if you're gonna use the 1 minute, 2 minute, or whatever, observe the higher time frames first. I know when I was using a TOS over here, I actually had I had the charts that I was actually trading over here, and then I had the flexible grid, so I could just flip back and forth. Look at the higher time frames, the hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, and then flip back over to what I actually wanted to trade when I was just using TOS. Now we see a level here at the 228s, 11,000 shares right here. Either it's going to get broken down or it's going to have to get really big to hold up all of these sellers that got in up here. So 11,000 shares at the 228. Let's see if that can get taken out. And I don't know if these will be buyers. I don't know because it's so close to VWAP. Like this trade up here made sense, but this one's so close to VWAP. I mean, if it breaks, people are just gonna be like, they're gonna put their stop right under this 227, 226, 225, right under this, and they're all gonna get capsized once this breaks. It's 228. We got less than a minute, or we got what, 20 seconds before this new 15-minute candle comes. We're gonna see if they can crush this 228 level here. I don't know who would be buying right there. There might have been a fake order. 228. Okay, there's a new 15-minute. Looking for it to go ahead and get below the 220s. 230s. 230s, a little bit of a push up, a little bit of momentum bounce before the downwards move. The retest at 228. Little bit of a bounce, getting all those orders filled. And now the retest of 228. I don't know who would put an order there at 228 like that. That couldn't have been somebody that knows what they're doing. Because that's a 50-50 trade. It can literally dump to 175 before you know it. Cosm up to 375 there. AM got 6 million shares traded down here as well. Has not dipped enough for me on the hour chart. And that's where I kind of start looking for dips, is on the hour chart. When the hour dips, then I'm like, okay, this looks good. This is where I want to be. Because when the hour rips, I want to be already in on the dip. This thing may chop sideways a little bit because the range is closing up so much. It is a little bit higher on the outstanding shares, so it could be a unpredictable exploder. It can just explode up or down. So we'll see, because it's not moving like a low float right now. It's moving like Tesla. All right, let's jump out here to the scans. I gotta see how being, so we got a new website and we moved the domain. I gotta get on there and maybe make some links or something. I need to kind of figure out what Ben has done. He's changed a couple of things. I got to go out there and see what he's done so I can do quick edits on the sites. AM pumping up there just a little bit, nice and green. BYSI still just needs to break down that 228 level. Or actually, the size moved down. It's 225 now. It was at 228. 11,000 shares at 225. AM back up to the top. Came down here to the 240s, ripped back up 30 cents. Got a high of the 281s. Let's look at this daily chart on AM. AM coming up to this previous level of resistance, 280s. It's only a couple of cents away from the 280s, so maybe it'll break back in, but I don't know. This could be just a gap fill. Came down here. It looks like it gapped down to 240s from the 280s at first, and looks like a gap fill coming up here. So I'll be careful around that 280 level. I mean, all I wanted to do is see BYSI fail today. That's it. Because I'm not too worried about AMA, whatever. I don't think it's going to end up shooting the moon either. And I am extra hungry. My stomach is growling. My liver is borrowing from my pancreas. And everything is getting unsettled. All right. Let's see. Yeah, false breakout, slowing down. That's this today is one of those days you have to get this data, because if you take that initial trade and you get snapped back on, it's like, What happened? Well, you didn't have all the information. Well, not really all the information. You didn't have enough information to make a, educated judgment on where this thing was going. That's why trading the first minute of the market is crazy. That it's like, bruh, you got it's like 5% that it'll go the way you want it to, 95% that it won't. All right, so we're sitting right on the 229, 228 level. Looking for this breakdown below the 225s. If we look at the volume here on the 15-minute for AM, we can see that it is decreasing in volume. It's actually ramping down even on the buying side. So first candle was 500,000, second was 1 million, this one was 2 million, and now we're going 1 million on the sell, and not even 1 million on this last 15-minute, and not even 1 million on this one. So is this thing going to get this push that everybody is expecting? I don't think so. It is making a higher low on the hour chart. It's going to have to break over this 282 to get people back interested. But that 282 was the gap fill level, so that's going to be a hard push, or it could be a big short spot at that 280. So at this point, you ask yourself, is this move 70 cents up to the 80 worth it? Right? Is that 10 cents? What if it doesn't give me 10 cents? What if it's so fast I can't even exit? It snaps back down that 10 cents before I can even exit. You just kind of got to take everything into consideration. And that's one thing about buying the dip. You're saying, okay, well, I know where the high is. If this thing dips down to what, 180, I can look for at least, maybe a 220 rip back up. 240 rip back up. It may not break the highs, but just give me the retracement into this range. That's all I'm looking for. BY, oh, it finally broke down to 228s there. Let's get this momentum going. We're under 225. Where are the retail shorts that want to get in that missed all the entries? Where y'all at? Let's go ahead and push through the 220s and 215s. Where y'all at? Sound off. Absolutely sitting still there for a little bit. Okay, here comes the 220 break. Let's see how far this thing, well, there goes the 17s, 16s. Can we get the 15 break? There's a 215. Can we hold under the 15 though? Very small little break. Come on, retail shorts. FOMO. FOMO is what they need now for the shorts. These shorts up here were the professional shorts. These shorts right here are the FOMO shorts. They just see it going down, so they're just jumping in. So we're going to see how far it can get going. Or actually, I wouldn't even say they're the professional shorts up here. These shorts up here were willing to take a greater risk than the ones that are getting in now. The ones that are getting in now are just playing on the momentum here of the break of the $quarter level. On the 30-minute chart, we got a bottom here of 209, which is kind of like an odd number. We'll see if we can go ahead and get through that. AM pulling back off right under the 275s, making that lower high. We got a size out here on the level 2s at 278, 10,000 shares above the price. So 278 is probably where we'll see some weakness if it does pop up there. Any big size down here, we got a 5,000 share position there at 265. So pretty much right where it is right now. Okay. Spy doing his thing. Cosm. Tom, I gotta actually I have the website link. Let me see. I think he sent it to me in Discord. Let's see where did he send that? Framework Fortune DLA devs Framework Fortune. Okay, Framework Fortune doc. Oh, it's the same website, same domain name. Let me drop that in here. Same domain name, but I gotta get some pages added out there. I don't know if he transitioned all the pages, but we'll see. I'll meet up with them today and kind of get that straightened out and be able to drop something in the Discord or somewhere. I'll let you know though. Okay, BYS. $16 million shares traded. If I was a short, I would be shorting this. 16 million shares. That means the next 5 million shares could be to the downside. But they can also reverse and go the other way. But with the hour chart looking like this, I just don't see a new high forming on this. A million shares traded on this 15-minute candle. I'm gonna take Cosm out. I'm just tired of seeing Cosm. I mean, it could do whatever it wants to do. Cosm is trash. HOTH. What did you end up doing? HOTH pumped up there just a little bit. Back to VWAP. And now getting pushed down immediately now that I'm looking at it. So 225 getting tested again, becoming that new resistance. And now we can see those levels moving on down the books. 235, 2,000 shares. Then you got about 10,000 shares between the 230, 231. So people are looking for it to get back over the body of this candle to take some more short, probably. If it can happen. And I mean, people just adding in there. And then you got 5,000 at the $2 break on the bid side. And then 12,000 at the 190s. So people just move their orders up and down the books. You can kind of see those areas of interest. About to close up this 15-minute candle here in 1 minute. Less than 10 seconds. New candle will be opening here to see if we can get some continuation through this 215. There are more orders up there to 230s. Can it cross back over VWAP or will it go ahead and go down? Is it not going to give them a chance to enter? All right, it is 10 o'clock. I'm not going to trade either one of these. I was just watching them, just kind of showing y'all how I look at levels and things like that. But yeah, this one is dead to me. It's probably gonna bleed out. It can do whatever it wants to here on Freaky Friday. But I'm about to shut this thing down. I have heard my stomach growl for the last time. I'm going to cook me something. If you're going to continue trading today, be careful. Definitely be mindful that this is a Friday and things usually do sell off on Fridays, especially without catalyst. I'm gonna work on getting that information about the website from Ben and everything, and get you guys some links. I'm going to take some pictures and drop them in the Discord of my scans, so you can have those though. That'll be quicker than me putting it on the website. I just take some pictures and drop them in the general comments, the general discussion section and the day trading section, so you have two places to find them. And yeah, we will continue to move on up. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know, I usually just sit here. Usually I don't stream this long, but yeah, I just wanted to see this one fail. It's taking a whole lot of time, so I'm just losing interest, and I need to get on with my day. But yeah, as always, trading is a risky business. Take those high percentile trades, and the only way you can know what a high percentage trade is to have kind of like a past record or a past history of what you've seen in the market, the current markets, right? You just don't come in and be like, oh, that's a 50% trade. Oh, that's a 80% trade. What is that based off of? What's your knowledge based off of? Is what you have to ask yourself. Do I have enough sample size to say that this for certain has this type of leverage? But yeah, that's it for me today. You guys have a great weekend. Be back Monday morning. Probably gonna be a no trade day for me. But anyway, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.